It wasn't pouring on us when we came in today. Right? I know. I'd like to call the April Forest Preserve meeting to order at 9:02 a.m. And I would like to ask Vince Logan, please lead us in the pledge. To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Mr. Brooks, would you please lead us?
Yeah, we pray. Father God, we thank you, Lord, this morning for this Forest Preserve District of Will County, here in the state of Illinois. And we ask you to bless this meeting, our agenda, and all of our commissioners. Bless all of our leaders and all of our participants at Will County Preserve. Give us peace on today as we pray in your name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. We have introduction of the news media today. We have Nick Ryer from the Farmers Weekly Review with us. Could we please have a roll call?
Absolutely. Good morning. Dean Schlottman is absent. Van Dyne, present. Pretzel, present. Butler, present. Newquist, present. Bolich, present. Richmond, absent. Oxley, present. Williams, present. Brooks,
Here.
present. Winfrey, present. Bullock, absent. Logan, present. Freeman is present. Revis, present. Mr. Richmond is present. Sorry, guys, I went backward. Mitchell, absent. Ortiz is present. Berkowitz is present. Hickey, present. Costa, present. Trainier, present. And President Ogala is present. 6, I can't do
Here.
math. I have 19 in the affirmative.
Thank-
19 present.
19 present today. Thank you. Okay. I'd like to place the presentation of certificate of mailing and certificate of publication on file. No, we don't have to do anything. All right, sorry. One of these days I'll get this crazy agenda. Okay, approval of minutes from our March 12th meeting. Motion Ortiz, second Brooks. Roll call, please.
Yes, this is for the minutes for, March 12th. That one is gone. Van Dyne. Yes. Pretzel. Yes. Butler. Yes. Newquist. Yes. Bolich. Steve, for the minutes? He's shaking his head. That's a yes. Richmond. Yes. Oxley. Yes. Williams. Yes. Brooks.
Yeah.
Yes. Winfrey. Yes. Bullock. Oh, sorry. Logan. Yes. Freeman is a yes. Revis. Yes. Mitchell. Sorry. Ortiz. Yes. Berkowitz. Yes. Hickey. Yes. Costa. Yes. Trainier. Yes. And President Ogala.
Yes,
That is 19 in the affirmative.
thank you. Moving on from there, next on our agenda is our treasurer's report. Treasurer Berkowitz. Is there mic on?
Mike?
I'll try again. Thank you. Good morning. Before I place the treasurer's report on file, I have a few comments. The March 31st, 2026 operating statements indicate the district's corporate fund has collected $356,000 in revenue, which includes $111,000 in replacement taxes, $126,000 in licenses and permits, and another $118,000 have been recorded from miscellaneous and investment income. Through March, the district spent $3.8 million from the corporate fund, $2.6 million of which was related to personnel. Additionally, the district has spent $643,000 on contractual services to support the district's operation. Year-to-date, the district has a negative operating margin of approximately $3.4 million. If there's no questions, I will move to place the treasurer's report on file.
Motion Berkowitz, second Ortiz. Previous Brooks. Second Winfrey. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Julie. Presentation of awards. We don't have any today. Do we have any petitions from the public? Any petitions from the public?
Nobody wanted to come out in the rain.
No, the rain kept them away. No petitions from the public. All right, thank you. And next we move to the Finance Committee, Chair Newquist. No.
There we go. Good morning, everybody. First up is to approve the schedule of bills for $5,515,471.86, and I so move.
Move Newquist, second Winfrey. Previous Ortiz, second Costa, sorry. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Under new business, we have one item to bring forward, and that's approval of resolution number 26-02, authorizing the acquisition of parcel PC 10A1 in the Plum Creek watershed as part of the 2025-2030 Capital Improvement Program. The committee recommendation was 7-0 in favor, and I so move.
Move by Newquist, second by Berkowitz. Roll call, please. Oh, go ahead, Mr. Brooks.
The capital improvement, do we do that every 5 years, Tracy, or is that? I'm new on the board. I'm new. Help me remember.
So we are currently in our 2025-2030 capital improvement program from the bond issues at the end of 2024. I will give an update on the program and comments by executive director. But we have a capital improvement program that's consistently running. We're currently in the 5-year program from the 2024 bond issue.
Do we still revisit it every year, even though it's a 5-year? Or no? Once we set the 5-year and vote on it, that's set and done? The next 5 years?
We can revisit an additional bond issue in 2029, correct?
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Mr. Revish?
This one's for the executive director. Are there plans to revisit an additional bond issue in 2029?
It's always a possibility.
Any other questions? Can I get a previous, let's do roll call.
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
This is for item J under finance, approval of resolution number 26-02. Van Dyne.
Yes.
Yes. Pretzel. Yes. Butler. Yes. Newquist.
Yes.
Yes. Ballach. Yes. Richmond. Yes. Oxley. Yes. Williams. Yes. Brooks.
Yeah.
Yes. Winfrey. Yes. Logan. Yes. Freeman is a yes. Revis is a yes. Ortiz is a yes. Berkowitz is a yes. Hickey is a yes. Costa, yes. Trainier, yes. And President Ogala.
Yes.
Yes, that is. Oh, and Mitchell, yes. Got to find you now.
Oh, that's why I asked for a roll call. That's okay, Mike. I thought you saw
Yes.
her coming in.
I thought I was all good here. We have 20 in the affirmative.
Thank you.
That's all I have. Under reports, our next meeting date is Thursday, May 7th, 2026, immediately following the Operations Committee, but no earlier than 9:15 here at this building. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Next, we move on to the Operations Committee, Chair Oxley.
Good morning, everyone. Everyone has a copy of this. Do you want me to read everything to you, or you just? want-
Please.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
First off, the awarded contract in the amount of $377,766.05 to Construction Solutions of Illinois of Oak Lawn for Messenger Woods roadway improvements, part of the 25 to 30 capital improvements program. And I so moved.
Moved by Oxley, second by Trainier. previous Mitchell, second Ortiz. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Second, the award of contract amount of $599,683.40 to Gallagher Asphalt of Thornton, Illinois for the DuPage River Trail Extension from 119th Street to 127th Street. And again, it's part of the 25 to 30 capital improvements. And I so moved.
Moved by Oxley, second by Berkowitz. Previous Van Dyne. Second Winfrey. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Number three, award of contract for $206,721.35 to Construction Solutions of Illinois of Oak Lawn for the Theodore Marsh Trail Improvements, part of the capital improvement program. And I so move.
Moved by Oxley, second Costa, previous Brooks. Second Mitchell. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Number four, approval of ordinance number 699, authorizing intergovernmental agreement number 2601 and license agreement 2604 with the Village of Shanahan for the installation and maintenance of multi-use path at McKinley Woods. And I so move.
Moved by Oxley, second by Van Dyne. Previous Balich, second Winfrey. All in favor? Motion carries.
Number five, the approval of resolution 2603, authorizing Forest Reserve District to enter into a permitted facilities agreement with BP Pipelines for construction of the Thorn Creek Headwaters Mitigation Bank and Trail. And I so move.
Moved by Oxley, second by Mitchell. Previous Berkowitz. Second Balich. All in favor? Any opposed? Thank you. Motion carries.
Number six, the approval of resolution number 2604, authorizing an intergovernmental agreement 2602 with the City of Lockport regarding the Lockport Loop Design Engineering Services Phase 1 as part of the 2530 Capital Improvement Program. And I so move.
Moved by Oxley. Second Mitchell. Previous Berkowitz. Second Balich. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Finally, under reports, our next meeting date will be Thursday, May 7th at 9 a.m. at Will County Office Building, 302 North Chicago Street in Joliet. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next, we move on to our ad hoc committee. Mr. Brooks.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We did not have a meeting in April, and our next meeting is to be determined. And that's the end of my report. All in favor, aye.
Thank you very much. Next, we move on, no business, no reports, executive session. We do not have one. Do we have any comments by the public? Any comments by the public? Any comments by the public?
Nope.
All right, we do not have any comments by the public. They like the work that's getting done here, I'm assuming. Okay, next, we're moving on to comments by our executive director. Yes,
Thank you.
good morning.
I have a couple reports for you today. So I'm going to start with some of our April events. And then I'll go into our capital improvement program update and our annual report review. First on the screen is our March winner for the Preserve the Moment, which is a photograph by Lori Lassiter, and the location is Whalen Lake. So a great picture
That's a
there.
great picture.
So some of the, that's what? Okay, so some of our events for April that we're offering, April 11th through the 26th, we're having Recycle Your Bicycle at Hidden Oaks, Isle of Cache, Four Rivers, Moni Reservoir, and Sugar Creek. Also on April 11th, we are having a trout season celebration at Hidden Lakes Trout Farm, and a Riverview Farmstead tour 2 to 3:30 on that same day. April 25th, we have two events that we're highlighting. Earth Day Festival is at Hidden Oaks Nature Center as well. And then Celebrate Trails Bike Ride is that morning at Hickory Creek Junction. April 30th through July 31st is Get Your Kicks Challenge. It's a Route 66 themed Preserve Spring Challenge, and it's through the Goose Chase app. Some volunteer opportunities that we have in April. April 11th, we're at Sugar Creek. 18th, we're at Joliet Junior College. The 21st, we're at Goodnow. 26th, we're at Rock Run Rookery, and the 30th, we're at Old Plank Road Trail.
What time would those be?
Those all start at 9.
Thank you.
They are different age requirements depending on, some of them are 10 and over, some of them are 14 and over. You just have to look at
I
the,
think I qualify for any of
I
those.
just don't know if you're bringing the grandkids.
Thank you.
And then highlighting our 2025-2030 Forest Preserve Capital Improvement Program. The program approved in 2024 includes $25 million dedicated to land acquisition, allowing us to continue protecting high-quality natural areas and expanding our preserve system in a thoughtful and targeted way. It also invests $13 million in trail access and facility improvements to enhance the user experience and ensure our preserves remain accessible, safe, and welcoming to the public. In addition, $12 million is allocated for habitat reconstruction and natural area restoration, supporting the long-term ecological health and sustainability of the landscapes we protect. Together, these investments position the district to not only grow, but to strengthen and care for what we already have, ensuring lasting value for both our natural resources and the communities we serve. In April of 2024, the Forest Preserve's Citizens Advisory Committee completed development of a land preservation plan outlining more than 12,250 acres across the county that should be the focus of a future land acquisition plan. At that time, we estimated this investment could preserve up to 1,200 acres or more of these sites, expanding the Forest Preserve's existing holdings to maximize management efforts and promote equitable access to nature. The land preservation program would emphasize current and past preservation efforts in the DuPage River, Jackson Creek, Spring Creek, and Plum Creek Greenways, along with the natural resource-rich Braidwood Sands area in southwestern Will County. Some of our grants and partnership opportunities include project estimates shown in the program include projected state and federal grant dollars. In trail-related projects, these grants can cover up to 80% of the total cost. Other projects are ideal partnership projects with local municipalities and park districts. As in the past, efforts would be made to secure these and other dollars to offset project costs or expand visitor opportunities and extend the reach of the program in the future. For land preservation, in 2025, we successfully acquired 777.8 acres across multiple priority areas, 1.2 acres in the Hickory Creek Preserve, 241 in addition to the Kankakee Sands, 40 added to Riverview, and 495 acres added to Goodenow Grove, which is our second largest acquisition. Each of these acquisitions reflects a deliberate and disciplined approach, focusing on expanding existing preserves, improving habitat connectivity, and protecting high-quality natural resources. Just as importantly, these projects were completed with a strong emphasis on fiscally responsibility, leveraging grants, partnerships, and careful evaluation to ensure the best return on investment for the public, and to provide clean air and clean water as we focus on conservation, education, and recreation. In 2026, we continued that approach with the acquisition of 106.4 acres at Messenger Woods Nature Preserve, adding to our oldest preserve, first established in 1930. This addition is particularly meaningful as it strengthens a long-standing asset with our system while protecting additional natural areas that complement the preserve's existing landscape. Together, these efforts demonstrate a consistent strategy, building upon what we already have and targeting key properties that support both conservation and long-term operational sustainability. While this progress brings us to an important milestone of more than 24,000 acres, the real story is how we got there, through careful planning, sound financial stewardship, and your continued leadership in prioritizing smart, strategic land acquisition. Here's a list of our larger projects included in the current CIP. Two projects that are both in Phase 2 engineering are the DuPage River Trail Weber Road Connection and Wolf's Crossing Road Trail Connection. The DuPage River Trail Weber Road Connection involves the connection of segments of the DuPage River Trail lying north and south of the river. The trail will be constructed on property owned by the City of Naperville east of Weber Road. The trail will connect trail systems in the City of Naperville and the Village of Bolingbrook, as well as the Forest Preserve's Whalen Lake and Hidden Lakes Preserves. The district received a CMAQ grant for over $5 million for this project. Wolf's Crossing Road Trail Connection. Wolf's Crossing Road Trail is a proposed multi-use trail connecting existing pedestrian paths that terminate west of Hoffman Boulevard and east of Normantown Road. The project's proposed improvements include constructing a 10-foot wide off-road asphalt trail spanning 3/4 of a mile along Wolf's Crossing Road. The new trail will close the critical 3/4 of a mile gap along the road, improving connectivity between local and regional trail systems, public parks, and facilities managed by the cities of Aurora, Naperville, and Plainfield, the park districts of Fox Valley and Naperville, and the Forest Preserve District. The district received an ITEP grant for $1.8 million for this project. Riverview Farmstead Loop Trail and Amenities. This project came to the board for permission to bid in March of 2026. This project entails the construction of a 1-mile segment of the DuPage River Trail and an adjacent 1.5-mile loop and other associated trail amenities through restored prairie and wetland habitat. Habitat restoration and development will occur simultaneously. This project is planned to be supported by OSLAD and Illinois Bikeway grants available through the Illinois Department of Natural Resources. The DuPage River Trail is an ongoing acquisition, planning, and construction project being developed as part of the partnership between the Forest Preserve and 12 other local agencies. The regional trail is planned to travel a total of 40 miles from DuPage County to Shanahan. Over the years, the Forest Preserve has developed 3 paved segments of the trail, totaling 8.64 miles. The project's proposed improvements include milling and replacing the existing roadway from 119th to 127th with a 1-mile, 12-foot wide paved trail, improving the existing trail crossing at 119th and installing new bench pads and benches. Veterans Memorial Trail, 159th through 135th, which went to the board for Phase 1 engineering in June of 2025. This trail extension will complete the northern segment of the Veterans Memorial Trail and will be constructed in partnership with the Illinois State Toll Highway Authority. Engineering has been initiated and the project requires a 20% local match. Isla Cache campus improvement. This work involves landscape enhancements, construction of a boardwalk, nature trail, and exterior exhibit improvements. Permission to bid came to you last week. The base bid focuses on improving accessibility, circulation, and visitor experience at the site. Plum Creek Greenway Trail Extension. This project will connect 2 segues of the Plum Creek Greenway Trail and result in the completion of a trail linking Goodnow Grove Nature Preserve, the Fitzsimmons Trail, and Plum Creek Preserve. The project includes the addition of approximately 1 mile of asphalt trail and a 400-foot boardwalk over Plum Creek, and the resurfacing and screenings of the trail at Burville Road access to an asphalt trail. Upcoming projects include Veterans Memorial Trail, Spring Creek Greenway Trail to Route 6, Fort Creek Greenway Trail, Waponsie Glacial to Forsyth Woods, Jackson Creek Greenway Trail, Waponsie Glacial Trail, 2 separate sections, and the Plum Creek Nature Center improvements, which was last renovated in 2002. This project entails exhibit design, fabrication, and installation, as well as limited interior renovations and upgrades. Trail partnerships. This is a better map of the Lockport Loop Trail. I wasn't able to send it to you guys or attach it to the agenda prior to this meeting. Trail partnership matches include the Weber Road and Wolf's Crossing Trail projects, as well as the Lockport Loop Trail. The City of Lockport's recent acquisition of the 181-acre Chevron property along the I&M Canal presents an opportunity to reevaluate trail system in downtown Lockport, originally proposed by Open Lands in September of 2008. Habitat restoration and agricultural land conversion. The Forest Preserve has a long and successful history of managing our highest quality natural areas, restoring degraded habitats, and creating new healthy native landscapes through agricultural land conversion. The capital improvement program includes funding to create more than 800 acres of new habitat through agricultural land conversion and restore greater biodiversity to 1,700 acres of existing degraded natural areas. Across key preserves, including McKinley Woods, Sandridge Savannah, Goodnow Grove, and Plum Valley Ravines, our approach is phased and science-based. Early efforts focus on invasive species control, prescribed burning, and site preparation. One of the primary tools we use is basil bark treatment. Stop and take a drink.
You know, she's been going.
Jeez. One of the primary tools we focus is basil bark treatment. which is a targeted method of applying herbicide directly to the base of invasive woody plants. This allows us to control unwanted species effectively while minimizing disturbance to surrounding native vegetation. Our efforts are focused on sites containing or buffering the best remnants of biologically diversity and ecological integrity in its preserved system. Many of these sites are recognized by the state as having the best examples of prairie, forest, savanna, barrens, and wetland ecosystems remaining in Illinois and have been dedicated state nature preserves. So moving on to the 2025 annual report. So in front of you, you will see our 2025 annual report. So I'm just going to highlight some of the items there. One of our most exciting milestones was the reopening of Hidden Oaks Nature Center in Bolingbrook. Following its renovation, the facility reopened on May 3rd after being closed since early 2024. Today, it serves as a vibrant hub for environmental education and hands-on exploration for residents across northern Will County and beyond. We also completed the second largest land acquisition in district history, 495 acres adjacent to Goodnow Grove. Our trail system saw important improvements as well. Upgrades along the Old Plank Road Trail and new pavement on a section of the Spring Creek Greenway Trail have enhanced accessibility and the overall visitor experience on two of our most popular sites. Another major milestone was reached at the Thorn Creek Headwaters Preserve, where construction began on a 321-acre wetland mitigation bank. As noted earlier in the capital improvement program, we've made significant strides in land acquisition and restoration. In addition, our conservation teams completed natural area management activities across more than 6,000 acres at 40 preserves. This included prescribed berms on over 2,800 acres, invasive species control over 4,100 acres, and native seed collection and planting efforts that continue to restore and strengthen our ecosystems. Public safety remains a top priority. In 2025, our Forest Preserve Police Department conducted more than 11,600 patrols, building checks, and service details. Beyond enforcement, officers raised over $12,000 for Special Olympics, hosted National Night Out, and actively engaged with the community at events throughout the year. Community engagement continues to be a cornerstone of our mission. Nearly 193,000 people participated in programs and events in 2025, connecting residents of all ages to nature through inclusive and educational experiences. In 2025, the Forest Preserve District received several prestigious awards recognizing excellence in education, restoration, and community impact. We are also incredibly grateful for the support that makes this work possible. The Nature Foundation of Will County donated more than $279,000 to support programs, restoration efforts, and visitor experiences. Additionally, the district secured more than $7 million in grant funding for major projects, including the DuPage River Trail at Weber Road, Wolf's Crossing road improvements, and enhancements at Four Rivers Environmental Education. Finally, none of this would be possible without our volunteers and staff. In 2025, more than 940 volunteers gave 12,750 hours of service, supporting everything from conservation work to public programs and operations. I also want to recognize and thank our staff for their continued professionalism, passion, and commitment to serving our residents and preserving our natural resources. Together, these accomplishments reflect a strong and forward-moving year for the Forest Preserve District, one that continues to balance conservation, recreation, and community impact. That's it.
Go ahead, Micah.
So that's really exciting, I just have to say. We're at 24,000 acres. Our limit is 32, correct, by law?
I think it's 35.
Is it 35? I asked and we weren't sure. We thought we were right at 32, so 35. So we're getting close to our max. Once we reach the max, then we just upkeep, correct? And,
Continue to maintain, restore.
okay. I think it's
Why are we limited to?
I have
We're
mine.
kept by the downstate Forest Preserve Act.
Oh. Is there any way to get out of that or? No.
Yeah,
Legislation. Well, I'm just thinking, I mean, we've lost so much land to solar. So that's not a good way of converting agricultural lands to something that will remain for a long time, 30, 40, 50 years. This conversion lasts a lifetime. So maybe that's something we should look into. Because here's at this point, we have nearly 24, we only have about 10,000 or so left to go. And there's a lot of land out there that maybe somebody would like to, give to us at some point, maybe even after if we reach 35,000. So maybe that's something we should look into because legislation takes a long time to pass. Unless it's special legislation that certain individual groups want passed. But I think that'd be something we should look into. What it would take, maybe talk to our
I would just
lobbyists.
highlight that I know 2025 was a large year acquiring 770
Oh, sure.
acres. That was a big push by our real estate department. It did take us 100 years to get to 24,000 acres.
Oh, it did take us on. So
We're celebrating our centennial in
So we have
27.
about 50 years to worry about that. Okay, we'll let the young ones on the board worry about that for the future. Sure.
And so I had to ask, I was going to say we have this extra land to purchase, because we're just right a little over 10,000 acres left. Any movement on Renwick?
No.
Dang it. I'm still working on that. Thank you.
All right, Micah. I see Mark, you have yours on?
Yes, I would just like to say that, I have been talking, as a board member about, the need to maybe make changes or advocate for changes to the Downstate Forest Preserve Act that governs us. I think there are, changes that we can make that benefit us as a board, maybe even our own Will County Forest Preserve Act. I wouldn't want to use this time to keep advocating for things I've already talked about, but working with the CAC to where we can have some sort of a formal relationship established. I know I talked about that in the past, but the other thing is about this land. Is our stated goal as a forest preserve to hit that 32,000 number? Is that what we've stated formally?
No, I mean, we've never stated that we're trying to hit the max ceiling of the allowance of land acquisition. What we do is when we get into a capital improvement program through the land preservation plan, the Citizens Advisory Committee identified 12,000 acres that potentially that we would like to purchase. But that's wish list, 12,000 acres. In this capital improvement, we were hoping to get 1,200 acres, which we are on path to get that.
I would just say that I think, maybe this is a decision that the president has to make, but, getting us, to go on record with a stated goal of how much land we do want to try and achieve, because for me, it should be less about the quantity and more about the quality. Having facilities and properties that residents get to use and they feel the value from them, as opposed to just saying that, hey, we have X amount of acres of land, we have X amount of acres of land, and using that as the achievement. We can look at many different things in government. For example, schools. The money that's been given to schools for the past many decades has only increased, but the outcomes have declined. So, sometimes just when you're going about inputs and focused on collecting inputs without real focus on the quality of things, I think, you can lose some of the value that the taxpayers get. So I would just say quality over quantity, facilities that attract fun things for people to do, and doing that in creative ways. So thank you.
Thank you, Mark. I agree with you on that. I think quality over quantity is certainly the most important thing. And then I think that's pretty much been the goal, is to do that. And that just takes time. We have a lot of land that is currently still farmed. And I look at that and I think, well, I'd rather leave some of that in farmland and continue to do upgrades that we need at some facilities first. So thank you for that. Mr. Pretzel.
Thank you. So as I look at your annual report here, all folded up, I'm reminded of when I used to take my family skiing and they'd give us a trail map. Miss those days. I know we're trying to save paper, but does.
We have trail maps
Well,
in
that's what I
paper.
was gonna ask.
Yes.
Does it exist?
Yes.
Like a Will County Forest Preserve sort of trail map, something like this?
Lisa might have some with her.
If you stop in, I know that we haven't had meetings at the Sugar Creek Administration Building. We used to do that for years and years. If you go to that, everything is there. Every map, every packet of information is available there. But We can definitely have staff bring some too.
Just thinking out loud here, it would be really cool if there was some sort of almost like a sticker program where like they get a little sticker for visiting the preserve and they would put it on their map.
We
Like-
do a lot of that. So in our Trailblazer campaign through the Goose Chase app, through the Goose Chase, you can check in at different preserves. It's an electronic sticker essentially. You're checking in, you're getting credit, you're doing different missions. We're doing it seasonally. We also, Visitor Services has a passport program that we've done in the past, and we're gonna do that for the Centennial as well, where you visit each visitor facility and then you do a rubbing on whatever the item is that you put in your passport book, that you rub it in there. So that's your sticker essentially.
Sorry, I didn't know that. I
That's
think it's
okay.
great. And I just think of all these, moms and dads looking for things to do in the summer. And I think that'd be a really great activity to try to visit them
Yes.
all and get your passports on. I think it'd be super fun.
Yeah, that's part of the Trailblazer campaign. And I also would highlight the events that I highlight each month are just a snippet of what we offer. Those are just the larger programs and then the volunteer opportunities. We have a lot of events that we are putting on, and then we have field trips, we have homeschool days. We're providing a lot of opportunities for the community.
Thank you, Frankie. Next, we'll go to Member Newquist.
Thank you. Tracy, the Plum Creek Greenway Trail expansion, is that including the old Longwood Country Club area? I see the signs up that we've put signs up for the Will County Forest Preserve. So are we doing anything with that? Is that on the 5-year plan?
It's not currently in this CIP. Adam just said it's still in ag right now, but we're not doing anything with that portion of the property right now.
Okay, but is there future plans to, the reason I ask is because there's the sign but there's no way to get to it, like I was driving by and I was like, oh, we put a sign up, identifying it as Forest Preserve property. Can I hike on there? Can we go walking on there? But there's no way to get
Yeah, there's
there.
no access area to it at this time. It's not in the current CIP, so it'll be in the future one.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Next, we'll go with Steve. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to echo kind of what Judy said earlier, but we got to look at the solar farms that are coming in, data centers and all that junk. And by us purchasing that land, we're preventing that garbage from coming. So that's really important. So with that being said, one of the things that I noticed, because I live in Homer Glen and we have probably the most forest preserve in the whole county, I would think. I don't know, is that true? It's close.
Homer or maybe New Lenox, Frankfurt area with Hickory Creek.
I mean, but we have a lot and you farm a lot of it. So I suggest that when we purchase this stuff, if it's possible to farm it, because it's good farmland too, we start farming it and we get revenue from it. That way we're getting something and we're stopping something. And so it's a real positive thing. So when we go to our citizens and say, well, we just bought 100 acres of land for the forest preserve, we can say we stop a solar farm or a data center from coming in that area, and possibly the stuff they just bought in Messenger Woods, some of that could be farmed and we can make revenue. So I'm excited about buying more and maybe buy some parcels that are right next to where ComEd is, where these solar farms want to go. So we can accomplish a double-edged sword. We can get the land we need for preservation and we can stop those stupid projects. God bless everybody.
In regards to the farming, we do have an ag program. So when we do buy property that is currently farmland, we continue to farm that.
I'm saying we should look to farm more. The more we farm, the more revenue we get to offset what we're paying. And farming, we need the crops because the way things are going, people might have to start growing food in their backyard because they can't afford paying the bills in the store. And I don't know if it'll end or it'll get better, who knows? But farming is important.
Thank you. Member Berkowitz?
Thank you. So I wanted to mention that there probably would be several other counties interested, including DuPage County, in changing that legislation to increase the number of acres, because I believe we are currently at the same level as DuPage, if not a tinge over that 24,000, or where are we at?
They're definitely more than us. They have more acres
They-
than us.
Okay, we'll have to, well, but the potential is there because geographically, we're such a larger county. So I think that would be something we should really start to look at. Because as our population grows, if it grows, we're going to get that demand and that desire from our residents to preserve that land. So that would be something I would encourage us to begin the process. Thank you.
Just as a note, DuPage County is at 26,000.
I will tell you that some of their members still say 24, so they may not have gotten the news, so.
Member Mitchell?
Yeah, so as I always say, as the least foresty, outdoorsy person on the board here, what is? Oh, you are that too? You think, oh, okay, yes, very, very anti-insecty and anything that might kills me, eat. Okay. But I do like to walk at the Farmstead Preserve. Just wanted to know how, if it's going to be connected a little bit better. I like, it's fun getting lost in there, but the trail is kind of weird. I know we can just go around in a circle, but then there's a weird part where we're going through, I don't know, development. So I'm not, is that ever going to connect in some way or not, or?
Yeah, so the Riverview Farmstead Trail Connection is going to connect, it's that project that we just talked about, the DuPage River Trail Extension number 4 that goes from 119th to 127th. So from Riverview Farmstead, the trail is going to continue south. And the goal for that, for the DuPage River Trail, is to span the 40 miles from DuPage County to Shanahan. And so you'll have a long route.
Member Trenier?
Thank you. I had the honor and privilege of going to pick up my Charlie Harper print yesterday. And for the first time, I walked in the back to talk to the employees that were back there. And I know that we're investigating a new heating and cooling system, but there are bigger problems. And I don't know what the solution is, but the fact that their desk literally sits on a 10 by 18 vent, meaning that their feet are literally where the vent is and it blows up on them all day, every time the heat turns on or the air turns on. Not a very healthy and comfortable way to be. I know we didn't design this place, we're just working with what is, but perhaps we can take a look at that as we take a look at the replacement of the HVAC system. Again, it would be a big project to either relocate the vents, change the vent sizing, reconfigure the desks, something, but that's.
We'll definitely look into that. So my desk is also right over a vent.
Oh,
So
I'm
I
sorry.
no, it's okay. I just got one of those plastic things that is a magnet to the vent and blows the air away from me.
Oh, you know what?
So-
Maybe we can get one of those for them because right now they're using the lids to plastic tubs.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
But yeah, I looked at the floor and I said, what's down there? What's that about? And yeah, that's just not a very comfortable situation and probably doesn't, because they have the vent covered,
Mhm.
doesn't help cool the rest of the area because, well, their feet are going to get frozen if they do. Icicles are very uncomfortable on your feet.
Yeah.
And I would agree with some of the earlier comments. Maybe we should start working on getting our allotment raised. You mentioned that DuPage has 26,000, which is far more than the 24 that we have. but that there's a cap, you said
I think
35?
it's 35 and DuPage being at 26,000. I think that their county is so full that they're probably capped out naturally. I don't think they're
And
gonna.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Our county is much larger, spread out, and it would be good if we had a higher number, I think. So, thank you.
Mr. Brooks, you have something you'd like to
Yes.
ask?
Going back to the cap of 32,000, in the event, Tracy, over the years, families have left Forest Preserve property in their wills. We've inherited property. And Brian, I guess I would be looking more at legal at, if we were at that threshold of 32,000 and that occurs, we inherit an acre or two, will we be prohibited from accepting that property because of the threshold? Can I give it to my church? Thank you. Thank you.
Is there anyone else that'd like to make a comment or ask a question? Oh, Member Costa.
I think Commissioner Trainier is so lucky to have picked up one of those Charlie Harper prints. I missed out. I went to the last day of the exhibit and they were all sold out. So if you could talk to the Charlie Harper people and see if they can bring more art to Hidden Oaks, that would be fabulous. But what I also thought was cool was that same weekend, or that same week, we spent spring break in the city of Chicago and took the kids to the Chicago Children's Museum. And I was there. There was a Charlie Harper interactive learning experience at the museum with a big sign that promoted the Will County Forest Preserve and Hidden Oaks at Navy Pier. So I was so proud of that. I actually had my T-shirt on too, and it was a really cool moment. And then for the families and parents who want to take their kids out to the museums, go visit your legislator's website and get your constituent museum passes. We saved hundreds of dollars over spring break.
Okay. Mr. Balich, you have another comment you'd like to make?
Yes. After listening to what people said, maybe it would be a good idea to do a resolution, and with the resolution, ask that the state of Illinois increase the number of acres that we're allowed to have. And if we push it like we do our legislative agenda at the county level, maybe we can get that increased and we won't have to worry about the number. So maybe make it so instead of 35, make it 70, or whatever you guys think, but I'm just throwing it out. If we did 70, it's better, because we really do need to preserve our land and protect it from garbage and make sure that we can get a lot of farming. Thank you.
Thank you very. Okay. Next, we have comments by commissioners. Does anyone have anything else they'd like to say? Well, it seemed like comments to what the executive director had to say. It was very many comments, that's for sure. Thank you for participating, putting all those thoughts out there. I do not have any appointments to do this month. I do have one comment that I ask that you stay in your seats after we adjourn, because the county board speaker would like to say something to all of you. So I will take a motion to adjourn. Motion Mitchell, second by Ortiz. All in favor? We are adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. We decided we would wait till after the Forest Preserve meeting, so it wasn't on the record. But if you guys do have time today, we do have executive committee starting at 10, and we will have a need for executive session. And it's a very important session that I would love for everyone to participate in. So if you do have time, could you please stick around? Thank you.